Hello, I'm back. Um, I say I'm back because I kind of disappeared of doing videos on YouTube. I started really strongly. I wanted to do a bunch of them, and eventually I lost interest. I lost the drive to do videos, to record some stuff. I wanted to do a podcast, a video podcast named Pheek, and I lost the motivation. I was always some problems, technically speaking, and there was always some limitations, and I got frustrated. And then eventually, when I fixed the problems, I started feeling uncomfortable and shy about making videos of myself. And last year, 2024, I started taking classes and I decided to upgrade my skills and to get better at what I do. And through that experience that lasted the entire year, I not only perfected some skills of mine regarding engineering and sound design, but I've learned a lot about myself and about the importance of sharing back the skills that I acquired. And now I'm back. I say I'm back, and by that what I mean is I'm currently recording some videos to make classes, courses. As you maybe know, or maybe you don't know, but I've been teaching intensively since 2015, which is when I started AudioServices. So it's been 10 years, and I've been teaching to many people, sometimes beginners, sometimes people with more experience. And I've seen people grow, and I've seen how this has been helpful for many people. And it made sense that instead of always teaching one by one and repeating the same things, I decided I would make a class, a course that supports people in their development. And one thing that I've seen a lot with people that come to me for teaching is that there's a lot of resources online. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. There's a lot of videos that you can buy, classes and such. But it seems like a lot of them are failing to really bring people to where they want to be, where they want to be at when they make music. And that precisely is because a lot of the classes are making two mistakes from what I understand. And this is what I'm trying to achieve with mine, which is first, they teach in a linear fashion instead of a circular fashion. And second of all, there's too much time that is spent on explaining technical things and not so much time about connecting the dots. So let me explain myself. First, what is linear learning and circular learning, and why in electronic music one works better than the other? Well, if you would learn guitar, you would pick up a guitar and you would get, you would play notes, and then eventually you would learn to learn music, and then you would practice reading the music. Eventually you would get fluent at playing and you get better at it, and then you would eventually make songs and maybe make your own songs. I've never learned someone pick up a guitar and say, okay, now I'm gonna make my own music. I haven't seen that. Maybe it exists, but it's just not common. Somehow in electronic music, people buy a software and they're like, I'm gonna make my own music. And maybe for you or for a lot of people, it seems normal that with all the tools and the plugins and the sound available, you could just jump in and make music. You can just experiment and goof around, but down the road, what will happen is that you will make something, but it'll be clunky and it will feel not really tight and solid compared to professional music. And that's because you don't learn how to make songs. And learning songs and how to make songs in electronic music means that you need to understand the software. You need to understand sound, how sound signal flow works. What is a waveform? What is stereo compared to mono? How to mix, how to pick quality samples. And then, like there's all these things. And if you take one thing, just like from recording to sound design to pick up sounds to make arrangements, all of these spheres require sometimes years of practice to really nail it down. And somehow some people, they just pick the software and they expect they're going to be able to make a song at first try. And then some people want to release their first song, which I don't think it's a good idea. You can do it, but I just don't think it's a good idea. I maybe could go on a talk about that, but I'm not going to go there yet. So linear learning means that you're going to learn this, and then you're going to learn that, and then you're going to learn this, and then you're going to learn that. You learn where's this, what this do. And, it's kind of like hoarding a bunch of information, and then you're going to make music. And I don't think that really works. What electronic music is a playground. It's a place where you pick up ideas, you try, you fail, then you ask the question, how do I do this? You go out, you search, you find solution, you practice, you explore, you fail again, and then so on. This is circular. And it's through repetition and realization and also contextual, problem solving that you get to learn the best. It's not about trying to learn everything and then make something. It's about learning one little thing. You go, you practice, and then you learn something new, and you learn something new, and you learn something new, and you practice. You get to somewhere. This is circular learning. And I really go with that approach in the class that I'm recording right now. And I think learning by imitation, by watching someone that makes music, you also learn a lot. In the last years, I've been watching Omri Cohen. For instance, he's someone that I've learned a lot from. And it's basically sometimes just me watching what he does and what decision did he take and why did he take that decision instead of another one, and then being able to just bounce back and forth with him. So that's the kind of experience that I think you learn the most with. And then there's been Sarah Bell Reed in the last year that it's been kind of the same thing, where she teaches a lot of things and then you practice and then you want to ask questions, and there's this community of people supporting. It's beautiful. And I think artists are people that have a precise role in a society, which is we are there to grasp ideas and emotions and stories and build something with that, and then communicate it to the world, but mostly communicate it to other artists. And then you inspire someone, you touch someone with the emotion, with your intention, and that person gives you back inspiration. And that is things that I don't see courses online do. And I'm not trying to say my course is better and theirs sucks. I think there's a lot of classes that are great, but I think we need to connect the dots. And by connecting the dots is understanding like, okay, this guy makes a really great course and it's going to be useful for this purpose. And like I said, I want to make a course that is fun. One thing that I really encourage people is when they make music, the first thing that is going to be the fuel to your creativity is the fun. Is it fun to do what I do? And if you have that, you have the energy to create. And I think, realistically speaking, what makes it possible for me to do videos now, I think I can have fun making videos. I have a background in acting. I have a background as a comedian. I did my studies in that. I'm doing theater improvisation here in Quebec. I've started doing it again. And I want to have fun, and I want to teach, and I want to combine both. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but since it's been a long time that I've been making a video, I want to share to the world and share to people, whoever cares, that one thing that I also want to do is open conversation. In 2016, during the process of opening my studio, I decided to give coaching for free. And what this implied was me giving feedback to people, whoever was interested. I want to open a new chapter of my studio after 10 years, which is I want to have conversation with artists on how they create, because through these dialogues, through these conversation, I want to make the classes I'm going to make, I want to make them more efficient and more aligned with what people need. And this will require some conversations, like I said. So one of the goals of this video was to open up a door, and I'm going to provide more information soon on how we can talk and work together. And if you're impatient and you want to jump in and you feel compelled to participate into this because you feel that it resonates with you to listen to this, I would just invite you to drop me an email, and you can find me on my website on audioservices.studio. And from there, we can maybe open up a conversation. I want to probably open a group on WhatsApp or Slack or something like that, or Discord, and be more active and do this. So I'm excited, and hopefully some people here are going to respond to this call, and we'll see where this leads to.